Okay. It's always good to hand tighten your brake pads, make sure they're hand tightened on. The last time I just assumed everything was tight. Some things shake loose on this bike, so I gotta be really careful with that. We'll see how well this purple Panda lavalier does. Hopefully you guys can hear me. My wife is coming with me. We're gonna go take a stop to Cycle Gear and get a new battery. Now we'll test this out. How well does this microphone do in this type of environment? Usually I just get a bunch of wind wash. And maybe it's my helmet, but I don't think so. I think it's mostly just the $12 lavalier that I had. So this purple Panda, let's test it out. So far, it's not in my mouth with the windscreen on it, but this is the first ride that we've had in this season, both my wife and I. And this bike does great when it comes to just having the power. But like I said, it's 2005 carbureted. It takes a long time for it to warm up, and it likes to stick. I don't know what's going on with my, you can hear it. You can just hear the idle is way too high, and it likes to pop a lot. So we're just gonna run it through traffic and see how it goes in traffic. I'm gonna annoy a lot of people around me, but that's okay. I don't mind being that guy who's kind of annoying. Hear that popping? Uh-oh. Well, I think we died. We didn't have enough gas. It's on reserve, so we'll see if we can make it. Look at that, right there. Heading to Cycle Gear. I've never actually ridden my bike to Cycle Gear, so you know, it'll be fun to kind of pull up. Unfortunately, they changed locations. It's nicer that it's closer to me now, but it's also kind of crappy because they share it in a strip mall. You used to be able to park your bike right in the front of the door, and I was hoping I would be like one of those cool guys who gets to pull up and be like, check out my bike, but now I just have to park where the motorcycles park, and kind of like a lame-o. So we got gas. I might have had it on reserve and ran out, but it was empty. It was dry either way, so it wouldn't have mattered. Luckily, reserve got us the extra 5 miles that we needed to go, which we didn't even go 5 miles. We went more like, you know, 2 miles, but we're in the heart of Bentonville, so I mean, going into Rogers, there's plenty of gas stations. We could have come here too, to the come and go. If you're not from this area, that sounds funny, and it is funny. I mean, come and go, like, come on, like, use your imagination. It's just funny. Don't be dirty, or be dirty, I don't care. It's funny. hear me now? We're just gonna get on the freeway real quick and then we're gonna get right back off. Uh-oh, look, this guy doesn't know this lane ends, probably. Well, he's in for a surprise, isn't he? Come on, dude, get over. Yeah, welcome to the party. I love drivers like you. You guys are idiots. Come on, man. And you're not even going the speed limit. Goodness. Now we're going to skip that one and go to the next one. Oh, now it was really, this is the test of the purple panda lavalier. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Test, test, test. I got a feeling that you can. Between all the wind wash and the sound of the bike, it's probably really washed out or really spiky. And my guess is probably not. But I could be wrong. It's just good for the bike to get out and breathe, actually have some, you know, just blow out its valves a little bit. Hopefully not actually blow the valve, but, you know. Maybe the carbs are just, they just need to be kind of warmed up and really geared out. Plus that top gear, you know it likes some attention. Oh yeah, it likes some attention. Alright folks, so we're going to take a little journey in the backside of Rogers, going in the back way to Bentonville here. So you've got the Bentonville Mall over there and Cabela's and all that fun stuff. You know. You got a bunch of cool eateries over here, Chewy's, Topgolf. You've got some heavy, I don't want to say heavy hitters, but some just really popular places that, you know, maybe you didn't know about. You've got a Chick-fil-A, everybody knows Chick-fil-A. One thing I've never liked about this bike is the low gear is so, it's just up there, you know, like you don't have a choice, like you have to go like heavy. And most people, when they drive their vehicles, they don't. Hey, Torchies, I don't know what that is. Never been there. No, Torchies. I don't know. Sugaring NYC, waxing and lash. Oh, I don't know if we need to do that. What? I don't know what she was saying. But there is a big mansion over here. We're gonna try to, there's some nice homes back here. We're gonna go take a look at a few of them. I just got to remember how to get past the Bruce Wayne Manor. That's what I call it. This thing is enormous. You got Kellogg and General Mills down here. And ConAgra Brands. I used to work for them. Under a slightly different name, but I used to work for them. Oh man, he's turning. It's gonna ruin everything. She's turning. She ruined everything. She didn't even know how to turn. Look at this. The Jeep's too big for you. I should have that Jeep. Just kidding. I don't even know. I can't even ride a bike. Alright, let's see if I can find this road. Ruth Chris's steakhouse, supposed to be really good, also extremely expensive. Just saying. This might be it right here. Yeah, I think this is it. This is it. This is it. We're gonna pass the mansion. Maybe I forgot. Maybe I don't even know what I'm talking about. Yeah, here it is. There's the entrance right there. Boom, look at that. That's Bruce Wayne's house right there. It's probably his second house. That's his summer villa. And my helmet's totally turned. Look at that driveway. It's ridiculous. Who needs a house that big? Me. I need a house that big. I have 5 kids. That guy doesn't even have probably any kids. Maybe 2 kids. That's probably why you can afford the house. Oh, look at this little curvy road downhill. Don't fail me now, brakes. Shouldn't say things to jinx myself, but you know, I'm good at that. Just gonna let it slide, let it slide. And here we are on a little bit of the backside of Rogers going into Bentonville. Oh, my wife wants me to go that way. You want me to go that way? All right. My gears are getting slippy, or I've mastered the no clutch shift technique. I don't think that's a good sign. All right, I already know what's up here. It's just more big homes to make me feel bad about my career choices. But it's fun to look at. Look at that little like cottage-esque house right there. Woo. Get a little squirrely on that one. That's what I don't like about this Yamaha. You got to really lean with it. We're back in Rogers. So we got some modern houses up here too, which is nice. I think there's a back way. I don't know. Downshift to go up. Classic. I'm gonna go right. I've never been right. West Pleasant Grove Road. I think it takes me across to Cave Springs. I think. I think I've thought right. I'll release that power band a little bit. The thing about the 1100 is you feel like you got more and more to give, but you don't want to. So on the freeway back there a second ago, it felt like top gear, you've got the power, but it is limited. You know, like, hey, you kind of peak out at 80, maybe 90 miles an hour. You're like, I don't know if I really want to do this. But you feel confident in what you've got. The difference, like, I don't know. The difference, it seems, is with maybe some other bikes or newer bikes, is there's still more to stretch on your throttle to make you feel like you got to give it more. And maybe I'm just not comfortable playing in the top end enough, but that's kind of what it feels like. Oh, will we make this green light? Probably not. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not gonna make it, not gonna make it. No flashing arrows? Oh, that's bullcrap. Oh, there we go. For a second there, I was gonna be like, that's BS, man. See, like right now, 50, 55, V-Star is like in range. It's got so much power. I've got a passenger on. This is good, right? And you know, it's smooth. You get to 65 and you start going, okay, it's still smooth and there's still power. It just feels slightly different. It just feels like you're pushing the bike a little bit outside of its comfort zone, but it'll do it. Like, it's like, hey, I got you, no problem. When you get to 75, then the bike's going, all right, man, what's your goal here? What do you want to do? You know, are you trying to zip through traffic? Like, what's the mindset? And how are you gonna like use the gears? Are you gonna just shift through everything and drive me crazy? And then of course when you hit 85, the bike's like, all right, well, you know, screw it, we're just gonna go for it. And like I said, you hit your top end, but you still can give it gas. You just can't gun it. Like if you were in 55 and you wanted to pass somebody, you got no problem. 65, no problem. 75, might be a slight delay, but you could probably still do it, you know, as long as you had your timing right. But anything above that, you kind of hit that little stretch where your bike's like, I'll give it to you, but are you sure you want it? And those are just some of the little nuances with this year model of the bike that I've discovered after owning it for, you know, 4 or 5 years. It's just kind of, just got to be kind of what's going to happen. Oh, you don't see that every day. Look at that. That's kind of cool. Custom. So we're heading to Cave Springs right now. I got someone behind me pretty close, and I'm already 5 over, but that's probably slow for some of you riders out there. You're like, well, you can go 10 over, go 12 over, but there's usually a Cave Springs trooper around here somewhere. They like to hide right here when you're supposed to be slowing down. They've done it before. I've never been a victim yet, but you know, I don't want to start. Not with my wife on the back, that'd be embarrassing. I'll do it when she's not on the back, and then I'll hide the ticket from her and I'll never tell her I got a ticket. Nah. It's only supposed to say 35. Now I'm going 10 over, see? Now I'm still being followed by that guy. He's still following me. Why is he following me? It's probably because I made him mad. I'm so loud. But this is a little kind of a test ride that I usually take. Ooh, look at that Corvette. And an older Corvette. Ooh, Corvette convention going on right here. This is just yeah, usually I come down to Cave Springs after I do some modifications to any of the bikes I own. I'll go through this route. So, but I don't go to cycle gear first. I start here, and this is a pretty good indication of what the power band looks like, brakes, any weird noises, you know, inconsistencies in, you know, gears going through them or not. And it's a decent little run to just warm the bike up, make sure it's up to snuff. There we go. Let's hit that top gear again, just to have it. See, now I'm only at 60. Just below 60. But if I wanted to, I could easily pump it to 80 in a matter of about 5 seconds. I think. I don't know, I've never actually tried it. From 60 to 80, going this speed, maybe it'd be like 15 seconds. If this guy wasn't in front of me, maybe we'd just try it and see if we get it. But this nice little back road. Yeah, it must be a car convention somewhere. Look at that. I didn't even see how, that wasn't a Corvette. I don't know what that was. The comments if you know what that was. If you can see it. I don't know if my GoPro's mounted goofy, so you're probably only seeing like half of this. I like to think that you guys are all having a good view, but I bet you're not. If you can even hear anything I'm saying. You know, gotta try it out until you get it right, I guess. This will work. I know we'll figure out a way to make this work. This guy's gonna turn off before the airport? That's right, we're gonna hit top gear outside the airport. Oh, bugs on my windshield already. Oh, a couple of them. Yeah, that makes sense, there's a river. Look at this little community. Ooh, without a windshield, this thing is gnarly. My little pack up here doesn't cause enough of a wind buffer. I have a windshield, I just never bought the attachments for it. I probably should. Then I could ride with less buffer in my face. I'm sure it's great for my wife. I'm the buffer. She's just sitting back there listening to a book, enjoying herself. Here me, I am just getting all the wind in my face. It's kind of, there's a little wind today, but it's not bad. Alright, we'll go down a couple gears. Yeah, maybe 3. We'll go down to 3. And then this is an up and over curve. And ooh, there's rocks. And that makes me nervous. I hate being a nervous rider, but I hate the fact that I got a passenger on the back and there's rocks. Ooh, there goes a plane. You see that plane? That tells you we're close to the airport. Woo! There it goes. They usually don't come in that side. Or at least I don't see them come in that side. And there it goes. So, if you were looking for the airport, little known fact, if you look up Bentonville Airport, you won't find it. You will find a Fayetteville or XNA airport. So, if you are planning on coming to visit Walmart, their home office, or you just want to see what Bentonville looks like, I would recommend you come on down in September when they do Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue. It's a whole week of biking. It's almost like what I would imagine. I've never been to Sturgis. I'd imagine it's like that. But if you decide to fly in and you're going to rent a bike somehow, if there's any rentals available, I don't know. You're flying into Bentonville if it's XNA. You're not flying into Fayetteville. So, for those of you out-of-towners unaware, now you're aware. That's not what you think it is. Oh man, I'm feeling the wind now. It's in my face. Let's take this little, sometimes I like to go straight to the airport, but we're going to take this little side road so we don't have to do too much weird stuff like starting and stopping. And I'm sure all the other people behind me are like, just go, bro. Just out cruising. We're cruising, letting those pipes purr. Getting them some air. See, after this though, given my history, I'm gonna have to check to see what on my bike went like loose or missing, because that's just like my lot in life. Is I ride a bike and then I have to go look for all my loose nuts or bolts. I don't know. Just that's kind of the reason I want to sell this bike. I want to get a maybe a more reliable bike. My wife wants a Goldwing with a big old couch on the back. I really don't. I like the bagger style, but I can respect the fact that she wants to go with me. And hey, you know, it's a big bike. I don't know if I'm ready for a big boy bike like that. Plus, it also says like, hey, if you get the full-on Goldwing style, it kind of says like you are old. Like, no offense to anyone who rides that who's young, but it just kind of says like you're old. Like you prefer comfort over like looks or style or performance. That's really what it says. And I don't know if I'm there yet, you know? I don't know if I've hit my midlife crisis yet where I can say, yeah, I don't, I'm ready to be old. I don't think so. My body's starting to feel that way. I mean, I'm not even in my 40s yet. I'm really close. And there's a part of me that goes, oh, man, if only I had started an OnlyFans 10 years ago, people might like me. Alright, we are definitely under the speed limit here. I feel like I'm underpowering my bike. Yes, okay, 45, you saw that. Now, this is gonna suck because these people pulled out in front of us, and my guess is they're going to go the same way we're going. And if they're going the same way we are going, I'm gonna pull off into the little hotel up here and wait for them to pass, because it's fun when you get to do a little pull on your bike. And these folks, if they have bikes, they understand. If they don't have bikes, then they're not gonna understand, and they just like, why is this guy riding us so much? Has nothing to do with that. There's the hotel over there. That's if your flight gets canceled hotel. It does make me happy that one of my wife's favorite things is riding the motorcycle with me. When we were dating, I had 2 bikes while we were dating, and we would go up in the canyons. We lived in Utah at the time. We'd go up the canyons, and both of them were sport bikes though. I had a 250 Ninja, 2007, 250, no, it was 2005, 250 Ninja R, Type R. And then I got a 2002 Suzuki GS 500. That was like my first mid-range bike. You sat more upright like you do on a cruiser, but it was, you sat more up like you do on a cruiser, but it was a little bit easier on the back, man. It was long. Yeah, they're going the same way we are, darn it. Those really long rides in the canyon, the switchbacks and everything. Alright. Now if we lean with the bike, you know what, we're just gonna skip it. We left our kids alone for too long now. They'd probably burn the house down. Oh man, I regret that. Instantly I regret skipping it, because look at this. It's 55 miles an hour and we're not even going 55. I should be going 70 down this stretch. It's a nice little stretch. Usually I've never seen any police on this one. Oh look, they do have a, I don't know what's happening here. This is frustrating. Go faster. I would have been done with that stretch like 3 hours ago. These guys are so slow. This Genesis, I think that's Hyundai. Oh good, turn. I hope you're both turning. Dang it. It's the truck that's the slowpoke. Go truck. I'm gonna give him a wide berth and I'm gonna come up on him really fast and hard. Scare him. Yeah, this guy's really kind of nervous Nelly. Hey, roadkill. Gotta keep tipping my head back so I can give you guys a decent view. What is this guy doing? Yes, he's turning. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're gonna let these pipes just air out a little bit. I only got like one gear. There you go, fill that. Woo! That's 70. Car behind me is probably a cop. Just kidding. I don't know. I think I could probably go 60 to 80 in 5-7 seconds, something like that. I mean, shoot, I just went from 45 to 70 in about 5 seconds. Maybe I'm underestimating my own bike. And we're gonna slow down again, folks, because this guy just pulled out in front of us, and I'd be surprised if he goes the speed limit. Doesn't look like he is. It's like his brake lights are on. Awesome. Well, let's just catch up to him anyway. Well, why not? Oh, this bike likes to just let it rip. You know? What have I done to this bike since I've owned it? So new grips, new side mirrors, saddlebags on the back. What else have I done to it? I don't think I've done too much to it, to be honest. I got this bike from a police officer. But just lay off the throttle a little bit. No brake, no brake. That was good. I was getting nervous, man. I always those banking turns make me a little nervous. I don't know why. It's probably just because I'm a big sissy. There's the Walmart distribution centers, 2 of them, back to back. Here we got little snake curves here. I did brake there, darn it. I didn't mean to. Hey everybody. So I recently went for a trip and my battery died, but the whole point of that trip was I really wanted to test out that purple Panda. I'd done a couple trips like that before, and unfortunately each time I'd done that, you can't hear anything I'm saying. You can hear some of the bike, but then it just wind washed, completely wind washed. So wanted to test it out. I think it went pretty well. Audio was good. Freeway, you could hear me. I turned my helmet several different ways. You could hear me. So I'm going to show you what I did in terms of the setup. I'll show you that. And then, you know, right now I don't have it plugged in. So here's the difference when I have the Purple Panda plugged in. Okay, so this is the lav mic for the Purple Panda. You probably can hear me a little bit better. Now, I did not use this specific covering. I had the big fuzzball, the actual purple fuzzball, or the wind buffer, and I think it worked really well. So I'll show you that, but this is what I had. You can probably hear me a little bit better now at this point. You do have to use, I've got a GoPro 8, you have to use the media mod to hook this up. So, and then if you have a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I think Purple Panda has adapters for every single one of them. So works really well. Let me show you what I did in my helmet. Okay, so essentially here's your helmet, right? You look in here, you've got all your padding, right? I've seen a few people do this, so I pretty much just tried to copy and paste what they've done, going underneath and kind of putting my cords into the cheek pads. And that's really what I did. So I snaked them. So you can pop your cheek pads off. So I snaked it from my GoPro right up the front at the chin mount here. Kind of coming down and then off to the side right here, and then sneaking through to where the mic was just coming out right here. So right where the air vent is, it was about right in this area. So it was touching the side of my face a little bit, because you can see that being kind of fuzzy right there. It was more probably stuck in about right there, and that's really where it was. But it worked. I've seen a few people, they actually take a piece of tape and they'll put like a little piece of tape here and they'll wire it right directly in the front of them. off to the side worked just fine for me. So, you know, if you're interested in getting a mic to do some moto vlogging, or, you know, talk to anything, and you're in a high wind environment like on a motorcycle or something similar, I would recommend the Purple Panda. It does exactly what it says. I think I paid $30 or something like that online, and they send you a nice little how-to, and I would say it's worth it. So I'll be using this for the rest of my trips and probably the rest of my videos where I do instructional stuff, because I think you'll be able to hear me a lot better. But it works. Comes with a nice, cool little bag, you know. So, oh man, I got it dirty already. Anyway, give them a check out if that's something you're interested in.